Hello guys and welcome to another episode of Everyday EDC. My name is Tyler and today we're going to consider this, and I'm going to try to do this for every video to some extent, for every knife that I review. So let's move this off to the side. I always just try to start with that centered now. I'm going to work on getting a mat or like a work mat. So if you guys have any suggestions on that front, please let me know. I'm thinking about a black and white gridded with a Everyday EDC logo in the background. But so this is going to be my second video on the honey badgers, and I'm going to do this with every knife that I'm reviewing going forward. I already said that, but kind of reiterate it and buy time for myself to think. So this morning, what the fuck is going on here? I think I'm nervous. All right. This one's going to be a little bit more comical. Let's avoid touching the eyeballs. This is a pepper. Well, no shit, Tyler, it's a pepper. It is a pepper, and I don't know what kind of friggin' pepper it is, but it's hot. As you can see, I bit off the tip, and it is a, it's not a, like, insane, I'm gonna burn your whole mouth heat. It's like that heat that stays very localized in a certain spot that really feels like you're getting stabbed by a million little midgets, which is kind of cool, I guess, if that's your thing. So, in this video, in the second iteration of the honey badger review, we are going to do some simple cut tests. But in the name of jackassery, I am going to cut this pepper, eat it, and then do the cut tests. Why? Because A, if I were watching, I would find that entertaining, and B, once again, more jackassery. So, let's get started here. One piece from the sheep's foot style. I'm gonna go one other piece. Ooh. So, real quick, let the jackassery begin. When I first got these two knives, they were, this one needed some stropping to bring back to life. This one was insanely sharp. I stropped this one and it came right back to life. But even just cutting that pepper, I could tell this drop point style blade is pretty damn sharp over here. So take that for what you will. Inconsistency in $30 knives is all right. Let's get these seeds out of the fucking way. So what we're gonna start off with is some basic. This is a newspaper paper here. We all know this comes in at a little bit thinner, yeah, it's just thinner than printer paper, so let's start off with this. So it tears halfway through. Let's see, there's probably something on the blade there. So that's pretty damn good. Yep. Alright, so there's your sheep's foot style blade. Let's flip this over and do the same thing over here. So, pretty damn slicey. Slicey would be proud. Sticking with the drop point style blade. It does have, as you guys can hear it, listen to this again. It's got a ripping sound, and you do feel the friction, but it's a clean cut, as you can see. Here's the Wharncliffe style blade. Struggles a little bit. Like I said, this one came in a little less sharp than the drop point. Let's go back to this here. Let's just do complete jackassery. I'm not going to put that back in the fridge. Here we go. All right. So, next on to the cardboard. That's fucking stupid. Take a drink of the drink there. Alright. Alright, so for the sheep's foot style blade, I think it's part of the cardboard. You can see the triangular shapes there. You can hear it biting through it. It seems to be cutting smooth in hand. I feel it a lot less with the drop point. Probably just has to do with how sharp the blade came out of the box. Put all that into perspective just to kind of throw a wild card in here. Here's the Dogma. The Dogma, honestly, even with this hollow grind, doesn't feel much different than the drop point Honey Badger, but it's not too fair because the Dogma's been around for a while and been in use. Last but not least, I'm going to just shave off a little bit of wood. Why am I doing this? Well, because we always talk about ergonomics. Oh, this feels great in hand. This feels great. Whew. But you're not going to really know how the ergonomics feel until you're forced to feel the ergonomics. Does that make sense? Not really a pun on words, but... So what I'm going to do here is I'm just going to take shavings of wood off of this. Let's do one more. Which is pretty impressive, even though I'm going with the grain. All right, good to go. Now for the drop point. Okay, so it's just getting thicker. Let's go to this side. All right, so what are my thoughts as you're sitting here just trying to bear down on it? The thoughts are, it's, being that it's my first test, I got to give it some credit. Not really sure, not the test, but just the knives themselves. Whew. Got to give it a little bit of credit. It does feel okay in hand, but when you're choked up doing that, I don't know that that's the right move. That being said, that feels pretty good. You guys couldn't even see it. Jackass. Just without being choked up. Sure, fine. It feels okay. I gave these ergonomics, we'll grade them, gave them an A- before I just did what I did with the wood. After the wood, I got to give them probably a B. Not bad and still above average. Better than I did in some classes, but it's not great. You can definitely feel when you're choked up pretty bad. Right in here, it doesn't feel right. And then when you're doing this, you get a little bit better, but, and I know, you're working with some heavier duty stuff, probably don't want to be in the finger choil, but again, that's just my feeling. The reason I want to do these different types of media, I'm going to try to do this in every video, or every review, so that you guys can kind of see exactly what we're working with and see it in action a little bit. Yes, this is a piece of wood. Yes, I don't really know what I'm doing with it, nor do I really know what am I accomplishing by chopping the wood or slicing the wood, other than the fact that you're slicing wood and you're showing that you're slicing wood. So, and you're really just getting a feel for the hard use of the knife. I would say that these fall into the category of a medium use. You can use them for the cardboard, paper, newspaper, etc., etc., etc. I do not necessarily recommend these for wood, although I recommend these more than maybe, I don't really have a knife up here that I recommend them more than, but they're kind of like a medium usage. So the light usage knives, like the Rhea, don't know that I would use this over here. All right, guys, that's been it. I keep saying been. I always say, like, I've been Tyler. No, that is it. That is all I have for this damn video. Thank you guys so much for watching. The peppers weren't that bad. They burned a little bit more the first time around, but we'll see how it goes. I got a couple more videos to do today. Fuck. Have a great day. Stay sharp. Stay safe. Thank you guys so much for watching.